the Philadelphia Eagles have quickly become one of the best running teams in the NFL. And now it seems to only get better. Miles Sanders is now coming off of his injury, and they activated his 21-day window, meaning he could start this Sunday. But how will he fit in with this running scheme? What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So I want to quickly talk about Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is coming back. It might be this week, it might be next week. Most likely it's looking like it might be this week. We'll see what happens with the practices. But I want to ask the question, what is it going to look like with Miles Sanders back? Will he be the number one guy? Will he just be sharing snaps now? We're going to talk about it. But before we do, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are only 150 away from 3,000, so I'd really appreciate if you guys help me get there. But let's talk about it, man. So obviously Miles Sanders to me was criminally underused the beginning of this season, and maybe that was for a reason. Maybe you know, Nick Sirianni was trying to wait till the second half of the season to really get this run game going, try and save their legs. Obviously Miles Sanders got hurt either way, but now with him back, do I think he's going to be that number one guy? I think he should be, but what does that number one guy mean in a rotation like this? I still think that Jordan Howard needs to get his 10-plus carries. I still think that you want to sprinkle in a Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell on plays. So do I think he's going to get 20, 25 carries like we were saying earlier in the year? Probably not. But I do want to see him get 10 plus, 12 plus, maybe 15 plus carries and lead the group. I want to see him be the main guy. Even if it's not to bring him back next year, I want to see what he can be as the lead back. And if he gets hurt again, then, you know, it is what it is, and that's on him. We have to see what we have out of Miles Sanders. We are now going into his contract year, or I think this is his contract year if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have to pay him, right? If we want to retain him, we're going to have to pay him. We're going into draft plus territory now, so we know basically what he is. Throughout his career, I feel like he's been underused by our coaching staffs, but at the same time, we know that he has talent. We know that he can be a good receiver out of the backfield, maybe a little inconsistent with the hands, but we know he has big play potential. We know he can average a lot of yards. He's been averaging almost 5 yards his whole entire career. So we know that, you know, Miles Sanders can bring something to this team. Now, the question is, do we think that that's more than what a Jordan Howard can do at a cheaper rate? Is that more than we think a Kenneth Gainwell can do in year 2 at a cheaper rate? You know, and that's questions we have to ask. So I think that these next games coming up, win or lose, we have to see what Miles Sanders can bring to the table. Is he going to be that guy? Like I said, I'm not saying let's sit here and forget about all the other running backs. Obviously, I still want to see Jordan Howard get his run and the other guys I mentioned. But Miles Sanders is a big question mark right now. We got him in the second round. He is a second-round talent. Some would say maybe a late first-round talent. And he's proven to be a very effective tool when used properly, right? We're going into the Saints game. Last year, Saints game, he had a great game. So if he does that again, it'll be nice to see. But I've you know, beg the question, does this team even want him anymore? Is this a guy that they're going to move on with or move on from? You know, and I think that the next couple games are really going to tell you that. So I look to see him be that number one guy. Like I said, the number one guy might be a little bit different than what most Eagles fans or most football fans in general are used to. I don't think it's going to be the guy getting 25, 30 carries a game. I just want to see him get 15 and maybe get to like 20 touches, right? You know, be a receiver for maybe 5 or 6 of those touches and run the ball 15 times. I would love to see that. Let's continue to make this game plan easy for Jalen Hurts and let Jalen Hurts fix the things he needs to fix on a smaller scale. I feel like when you were making him throw the ball 40, 50 times, it's hard to fix what you just made a mistake on, right? So you see 2 plays back to back of the same mistake and it starts making you wonder, can he even improve? But now you're looking at, you know, plays one play in the first quarter where he made kind of a mistake, right? You want to see something done better. And then you see in the second or third quarter when he's able to take the time and really realize what he did, he's able to do that same play, able to make that same type of movement in the correct way. I've seen mechanical improvement. I've seen decision-making improvement. I've seen a lot of improvement from Jalen Hurts in his, limited snaps. So that's what we want to see. So bringing Miles Sanders back should not be a drama. It should not be. I've seen titles saying dilemma. I've seen drama. I've seen, a situation. Shouldn't be a situation. We're getting our running back back. Anyways. We're getting our running back back. It's time to utilize him. It's time to see if he can be a future, a big piece of this team. And if he's not, then he's not. I'm a huge Penn State fan, and I hope that Miles Sanders is that guy. But I'm not going to sit here and force a circle peg into a square hole. Right? We're not going to do that. We have to see what we have. This is all about learning. I want to see him out there, man. And like I said, I'm saying anywhere from 12 to like 15 carries and introduce him into the passing game a little bit as well. 5 or 6 maybe targets. And then, like I said, I still want to see Jordan Howard get his 10 plus. So between them two, I'm looking at 26 right there. And I want to get to 35 a game because I think that's when we're best. So if you can get, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, a couple carries, and then you're looking at Jalen Hurts as well in the running game, there's no reason why we can't be averaging over 30 carries a game. There's absolutely no reason. And you're even looking at these wide receivers, people like Jalen Reagor. They've been trying to do a lot of those end arounds with a lot of, running formations for somebody like a Quez Watkins. So I add those to the running game. There's no reason why we cannot continue the success that we have seen as a running team. So adding Miles Sanders should not change that. It should only benefit it. So you guys let me know what you're thinking. Do you think Miles Sanders is going to be the number one guy? How many carries do you see him getting? But let me know in the comments what you're thinking. Also, like I said, please do hit that subscribe. We're so close, and I really do appreciate it. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace!
Yeah, Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do 'em in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.